yeah, I'm April Sullivan with Art Spark Texas. This is our probably our fourth or fifth of this group meeting that we're calling it Texas Veteran Strong Creative Network. So networking with different arts organizations, veteran artists, see what's out there, how we can share information and assist each other. We have two kind of guest speakers today. Tadanya Stevens is going to talk about mental health first aid and from Integral Care, and then Deborah Dinenfeld is from Dancing Well the Soldier Project, which is actually in Kentucky, and she's looking for some expertise. So I invited her to tell us about that and see how we can help her. So yeah, let's go ahead and go around and do introductions. I'll just call names of what I see in my screen. I see Trish first.
Hi, I'm Trish Woodbury. I live in Washington. I'm a Army vet, and I do a lot of music stuff with soldier songs and voices, and that's I could probably represent them.
Great. How about we'll skip our two presenters because we'll hear from you in a minute. Denise.
I'm Denise Kimball. I work for Art Spark as their veteran liaison person. So I have over 23 years active duty Air Force.
Lorianne.
Hello, everyone. I'm Lorianne Rodriguez. I'm at the Institute for Military and Veteran Family Wellness at the University of Texas, Austin. Our peer support arm is called the Veteran Spouse Network. I am a U.S. Air Force veteran and military spouse of 19 years. We're not an arts program per se. This is through the School of Social Work. What we do at the VSN is we offer peer support options, and a lot of our network likes the arts sort of programs. So we've recently partnered with one of our volunteers. She does macrame. She's doing a class on that. We had a journaling group. That one was very well received. We'd like to have more of those. We'd like to have further partnerships with arts organizations that want to work with the spouses and caregivers, not just the veterans, but the spouses and the caregivers and the families of our veterans. That's really kind of our focus. And we are excited about a new collaboration with Veteran Art Therapy, which I met here in this meeting, coming up in April for an online watercolor class. So very excited. I'll drop that info in the chat.
Right. Okay, Sean.
Good morning, everyone. My name is Sean Tillman. I am an Army veteran and I currently live in San Antonio, Texas. I am a fitness professional, an integrative health coach and yoga instructor, personal trainer. However, as I said a few minutes ago, I've been sort of stalking this organization for a little while now because I've always had a huge appreciation for the arts in general. I don't consider myself an artistic person. And so one of the things that I've been talking to myself in my head about, because I do that, is being the thing that I want to be. And I want to be a person who is involved in the arts. So me showing up today is my first step in figuring out how I can become involved in the arts in some capacity. Thank you for having me.
Yeah, thanks, Sean. And I'm going to email you back about signing up for that writing class, get you in that. Let's see, Maria.
Good morning, everybody. Maria Hernandez, Army vet. Like the previous speaker was saying, I didn't consider myself an artist until I became familiar with an organization called Creative Vets. That's who I'm representing today. Creative Vets is an organization out of Tennessee, and they help veterans of all eras and all discharges even. We listen to your story, and the program is mainly visual arts and music. So I signed up for music, but they put me in visual arts, and that was the best thing ever because now I am a ceramicist. I make pottery. I draw on my pottery, and I want to bring that here to Texas. I live in Amarillo. And I have started some classes here under Creative Vets, but I may be able to start doing some things under the Wounded Warrior Project. A lot of stuff is happening for me this year, and I'm really excited that we'll be doing something in the Panhandle region.
Nice. Okay, Carol Gonzalez.
Hi, I'm an Air Force veteran and prolific artist. I just do art every day. I just don't know how to get it out there. I'm not, so I'm here to try and learn and maybe connect, because I don't know how to do this. All I know how to do is make. So thanks.
Which you're very good at.
Thanks.
Okay, Maggie.
Hi, I'm Maggie Croxville. I'm a Marine Corps veteran. I am currently serving with the Greater Dallas Veterans Foundation up here in Dallas, obviously. So what we do here in the Metroplex in the foundation is we put on the parade every year on 11/11, but we also just collaborate with other organizations. We're not a direct services provider. We just look for ways to elevate, get all the boats to race together, make things bigger, extend the reach of the veteran service organizations that we partner with. My personal passion is the intersection of arts, veterans, and mental health, and the way that arts allow us to have those difficult conversations and make connections with people who may be very disparate from us. So currently I'm working on a huge project that will probably, it's going to be in the spring of 2024. I'm bringing the 80% scale replica of the Vietnam Memorial to Arlington, working with the Rangers, the Medal of Honor Museum, the City of Arlington, and various organizations up here in the Metroplex to have a really big event and mainly showcase the depth and breadth of services that we have up here to keep our warriors healthy and their families healthy in body, spirit, and mind. And again, just trying to connect us in with the artists and the students and athletes, because they all face transition and trauma and brain injury and things like that. So really just trying to get everybody on the same page, moving together and get the change to move a little bit faster. So if y'all want to collaborate up here in the Metroplex, holla. I put my contact info in the chat.
Thanks, Maggie. Okay, Marcos.
Hi again. My name is Marcos Garcia. I'm a Marine veteran, 8 years. I don't really want to say that I'm representing anybody in particular right now. I'm actually here more for information. I was seeking to find more organizations in our area that can offer art support to veterans. So I am the director of a program, and we're just trying to see how many resources we have available, right? So we're not reinventing the wheel and trying to start something new when somebody's already doing it, right? I'm all about working smarter, not harder. So I put my contact information in the chat. I am around the Austin area, and my 2 counties that we cover right now are Williamson and Guadalupe County. But thank you. I'm just here for information.
Where's Guadalupe County? What area is that?
Yes, ma'am. So Guadalupe County is going to be east of like New Braunfels.
Oh,
so
okay. Great. Thank you. Okay, Amanda Allen.
Hi, I'm Amanda. I'm kind of in the same boat as Marcos over here. I'm just kind of here for information. I'm an artist, Army veteran. I live out in the middle of nowhereville, Tyler, Texas, and there's not a whole lot out here. I did discover that there's a place called Camp V, and it's kind of like a one-stop shop, and they're trying to really put together more art programs and things like that. So I'm kind of just networking. I want to learn and find new people that are kind of in the same things as me. I like to make jewelry, but I also have this tendency to get distracted with doing like a million other shiny projects at the same time. But yeah, I also work as an assistant art director for the Pink Berets. It's a women veteran organization based out of San Antonio. They're trying to get more art programs going within that. And so like Margot said, I'm not trying to reinvent the wheel here. I think that networking is super important with, achieving the ultimate goal, and that is helping our veterans and their family members and loved ones and all that, and anybody else that needs help as well. But yeah, Sean right here, Miss Sean, she's actually one of my favorite people. She helped me kind of get to where I'm at right now. So she was a part of a fitness organization for veterans, and she took the time out of her day to get me pushing in the right directions. So thank you, Sean. And I'm looking forward to hearing from all of you too. Thank you for letting me be here.
Yeah, thank you, Amanda. And yeah, we worked with Camp V on a mural project. Help
Oh,
sponsor a mural that
good.
they have on the campus there.
I was just talking to them about the mural the other day, actually. That's really cool. Really cool.
Cool,
Yeah.
great.
Well, thank you.
And how about Amelia?
Hello, everyone. Good morning. I'm Amelia Templeton. I am based out of the greater Houston area, which is, huge. I'm currently closer up to Huntsville, but most of our programming is done down in Houston. I'm the executive director of the organization Artists in Arms. We have a focus on building community for veterans who work in the arts or artisan trades. We do not provide art therapy. We are more interested in social programming, gallery events, providing opportunities for artists to sell their work, get their work out there, increasing visibility of veterans who work in the arts, and really just creating that social community so that we don't feel so isolated. I myself am an artist. I've worked in theater. I'm a Marine Corps veteran. I've got somebody knocking on my door. But yeah, I'm going to put my link to the website. I just added an FAQ. So I am looking for, if people have questions, you can send me, you can email me. My email should be on there. You can email me questions you have. So if I get a lot of the same questions, I can go ahead and update our FAQs. We're fairly new, so we're still working out some of the kinks, but I'm going to go answer my door. Thank you. I'll be back.
All right, thanks, Amelia. Okay, Tammy and friend.
Hello, so I'm Tammy Olvera. I work for Help Heal Veterans here in Temple, Texas, and we provide therapeutic craft kits for veterans. We're a nonprofit organization based in California, giving out the veterans like something to do. It started when they were in the hospital, so they didn't have anything to do. So that our organization started putting kits together with everything you need to put together a certain item, and whatever you need, needles, thread. It has instructions, step-by-step pictures, and we distribute pretty much to many different military organizations and any veterans. We have a facility here in Temple, Texas, and they can come over here. We have classes. We have times when they can just like gather here to have coffee and just like talk with each other. There's many different craft kits that we have, from leather, wood, fabrics, paints. Everything we do is free of charge. They can just like come over here and get craft kits. If you have an organization that may use this kits, you can also contact us and we can provide you with them. They're very useful. They're very practical because it's something you just grab a bag, take it with you, and you can work on it wherever you are. Some of our guys come over here because we were very close to the Temple VA. So they come over here, get their craft kits, and just go to the VA to their appointments. So they have something to do in the waiting area. They're just like working on their kits. This is Stephanie.
Hi, I'm Stephanie Preciado. And I started here as a veteran myself, getting the therapy from these craft kits. Then I moved on to volunteer for about 5 years. And then I just came on the staff last year. But I just want to show you a quick tour of the facility, so you kind of see what we're talking about. So this is what we call the gathering room, and this is all Perler. Just one of the projects that we work on here. Over here, you see all the yarn we get donated. This is some of it. We have the library. This over here is some of the finished samples we have of the craft kits. Some we might not carry anymore. Some we still do. And these are all done by our veterans. And the actual craft kits, see, we have a mural here painted by one of our veteran volunteers. And this wall has our craft kit, so you can see what we're talking about. This is our Cahill wristband, our story. So it has some information about the background of why it's called the Cahill wristband. And then everything you need here. They're already punched holes there. We have all the tools that you need to complete them. We do wood projects. Sorry, there we go. Wood projects. We have, I mean, tons and tons of things. All our material gets donated and it gets turned at our warehouse in California into craft kits. And yeah, like Tammy said, if we can help serve you, we do distribution in large quantities to local organizations that want to host events and use our craft kits in their programs. So just call us. We'll put our information in the chat if you guys have any questions.
And the crafts take different amount of times to do, like some are pretty quick and some are like more of an
Yes.
all-day project, or what?
Yes, we have I think the fastest one is gonna take like 15 minutes. And there's some that take several days. Like they will take like different sessions. It's 20+ hours.
And it has
Yeah.
difficulty levels on there. If you need fine motor skills, it's
Yes.
all labeled on there. Some even have QR codes where you can go and get like better instructions besides the ones that come printed.
Yeah.
Well, that's exciting that you started just doing the crafts there, Stephanie, and now you have a job there. That's awesome.
Oh, yes.
Yeah, it's a good place to come and like Tammy said, we have classes, so it's a good place for community, for connection. That was my biggest thing, is feeling the connection here when I came. It just kept me coming back, not just for myself, but to see that other veterans found out about the place and were as excited as I was or have been, and to just kind of keep that going. And with people like Tammy, who's very talented at crafting, it's just, there's always something new to learn here.
Great, thank you. Roy and Rachel, thanks for joining us. We're just finished up some introductions, and then we were going to have our two speakers, so you're just in time. If you want to tell us who you are, where you're from, Roy.
I'm from McAllen.
Okay.
And I just remembered to join the meeting right now while I'm driving, so.
Hey, at least you remembered.
Yeah.
And do you represent an organization, or you're an artist?
No, I'm a writer. I just had my first children's book come out this month, so I wanted to start joining veterans groups like this.
Wonderful.
So.
Okay, great. Rachel?
Hey, everybody. Apologies for being late. I had a client call me unexpectedly. I needed to handle. So I am a veteran, and I am located in Hillsborough/Waco, and I am with multiple organizations. The Veterans One Stop in Waco, Veteran Art Therapy, which is kind of like all over while we travel, and Deep in the Art of Texas Therapy. So I think that's it.
All right. Thank you, everyone. That was so interesting to hear where everyone is out, and give me ideas of people we might want to partner with for some of our different events we have coming up. So let's turn it over to Deborah to tell us about her project and what she's looking for.
Hi, everyone. Thank you for having me. I am located in Louisville, Kentucky, and I want to tell you about a resource I have for you, and then I will also ask you if you have something for me. Dancing While the Soldier Project brings group dance to live music and community to veterans, their families, and loved ones. And we have been doing it for 10 years. And we were part of an empirical study that found highly significant improvement in PTSD among the veterans who participate in our program, even for a short time. We have one program which is online. So people may be able to participate in this. It is a dance party that is on Facebook Live every Wednesday afternoon at 4 o'clock Eastern time, which would be 3 o'clock your time. And at the dance party, it lasts about an hour. There's a warm up. These are all dances for people to do in their own home, alone or with one other person. We have dances that are simple, and I provide a cultural context for each dance. We break for a sing-along where we encourage people to actually sing out loud together. Of course, nobody can be seen or heard except me. And I do once a month or sometimes twice a month have professional singers who lead the sing-alongs. And I always have uplifting words or a simple technique, self-help technique that they can use later on in their life. There is a community that has formed via the chat. So they just type in, and some of the same people come back every week and have become community from several different states and sometimes even different countries. So it's out there. We have a new flyer that we are developing, and I will get it to April as soon as it's ready. It is a flyer that has both the online program and our in-person program, which is here in the Louisville region. So that's something that I really hope you will tell your veterans. We particularly are focused on people with PTSD and or brain injury, but the fact is anyone can join and anyone is welcome. And the more people we have, the better, because we're putting it out to the world. People ought to be using it. I will say that the dancing that we have on the online, it is different than what we have in person, of course. What we have in person, you might think of as old-time barn dancing. But it doesn't matter because you people are far away and you're not going to be coming to those unless you know somebody in the Louisville area, which please refer them to me. Okay, that's the thing that I can offer to you. Now, here's my need. Because we've been going for a long time, I am now ready to teach others what I've learned from this experience. We have a lot of interest from around the nation because we are unique in the world, as far as I know. So we're developing a leadership training, and the leadership training needs to have really a national perspective. So I have certain areas that we're going to be covering as background for our potential leaders. And I want to have national level experts leading their own sections. So here are the sections that I'm looking for national level experts in case you know of anybody. I know of people that are local and Kentucky, but I'm really looking for somebody that's more national. Military and veteran culture, brain injury, military sexual trauma, effects of family and loved ones, especially effects on children, and caring for the caregiver. So if you know of national level experts that I could contact, I'll take it from there and contact them and ask them for what my need is. That's all I need. If you happen to know anybody, I'd really appreciate it. And I hope that any one of you or your folks will show up on a Wednesday afternoon and have some fun and good exercise for an hour.
Thank you so much, Deborah. Does anybody have any questions for Deborah and what she's looking for about her events? Hopefully we can send some people your way.
I appreciate it. I appreciate the opportunity to present it here. And
Yeah.
y'all are awesome. There's so much going on in Texas. I'm really impressed.
Lori Ann
Deborah.
put some information in the chat.
April and I will get together with you and see if we have a program that will help you. We've got PowerPoint documents, briefings that we've developed for different levels of artistry and business owners and things like that. And it sounds like you might be able to make use of some of those. So we'll get with you about that part anyway.
Thank you very much. Appreciate it. And I will check out the messages that people left me in the chat before I say goodbye, but I will disappear soon. Thank you all. Have a great day.
Yeah, thank you, Deborah. Okay, Tadanya Stevens.
Hi, everybody. My name is Tadanya Stevens. I am also a Army veteran. I'm with Integral Care. We have a program that we do called Mental Health First Aid. It is a nationally recognized evidence-based training. And what it does is it provides individuals with tools to be able to help someone who is developing mental health challenges, as we call them, substance use problems, or even if someone is in a crisis. Mental health first aid, we look at it just like you would look at CPR or first aid, because it can in fact help someone, save someone's life. A little bit about it, our instructors that teach well, there's multiple parts of mental health first aid. We have adult, we have youth, and then we have our smaller segments, like the one I'm talking about is the military and veterans mental health first aid. We provide services to service members, family members, veterans, as well as organizations that interact with veterans on a regular basis. The goal is to help individuals be able to recognize the challenges that an individual might be experiencing, help them to approach that individual and provide services, resources and things, get them connected to a professional. Some of the statistics that we show right now is that 30% of active duty and reserve military professionals have a mental health condition, but less than 50% of them receive mental health treatment services, whether it's due to the stigma, whether it's due to access, a lot of the logistics, or even just knowledge and realizing that there's actually something going on. Some of the things that an individual might learn in our training, we break down stigma associated to mental illness, anxiety, depression, PTSD, some of the more popular, well, I don't want to say popular, but the more known mental health challenges that are out there. We help those to be able to respond to someone who is suffering in silence alone. So we want to shine a light on that dark place. We let veterans know that there's support out there available in their community. Yes, we have the VA facilities, but sometimes it's faster to receive services within the community than at the VA. Like I said, I myself am a veteran. our instructors that do the veteran specific training are required to be veterans or are required to be like a family member of a veteran. Normally this training has a fee associated to it, but because we've received the SAMHSA grant, we're able to provide it free of charge, whether it's to an organization that wants to provide services to their employees who interact regularly and daily with veterans, or if it's just family members who are starting to realize that their service member is experiencing mental health challenges and they're not quite sure what to do or what to say. We can provide these services as well to any and everybody. Right now, we offer 2 different versions of our mental health training. We have an in-person mental health training, which is an 8-hour training. They get to spend a day with us wonderful instructors, but it is 8 hours. And I know that I'm based in Austin, so that Austin, Travis County area, which can keep, you know, as I'm seeing, everybody is all over Texas, all over the country. So we do have a blended virtual version as well that we're offering, where individuals would do a 2-hour self-paced training, and then we would meet up on Zoom, and then that would be a 6 hours. So it's a little bit shorter, condensed training, but still getting all of that information and skills to help individuals build. Right now, I do offer a community training once a month. I'm getting ready to add in virtual community trainings once a month, so anybody can do that. If there's organizations that want to just do specifically their organization, we can do in person or virtual for those as well. Trying to think, it's so much that I could talk about mental health, but then we'll be here forever. So I definitely don't want to keep everybody for that. But yeah, so we're just out here because right now with us at Integral Care having this SAMHSA grant, it's not being utilized to the capacity that we would want to be able to utilize it. So we're definitely out here trying to get it out there like, hey, I'm offering this training. It's actually no fee because of the SAMHSA grant. I did put my name, my email, my phone number. So definitely we can connect and talk. If you're interested for yourself, I could provide the link to we're on Eventbrite. So we have that. But yeah, but again, my community virtual, I have not put it on the Eventbrite calendar yet. So I'm working on that for sure, but I do have in-person available. But if you just let me know, I could definitely work some dates out. So sorry. I can definitely work some dates out and we can talk. But thank you so much for letting me be here and sharing this with you all.
Yeah, and Denise put in the chat that she'd be interested. And Denise, we've done the full whole day training for our staff in the past, but you know, staff has changed a little bit. So maybe we should do that again. And you know, you could join us for that. I'll talk to Celia about that because it was a really good training.
Okay.
We actually require it for all of our volunteers at the VSN, especially those working in the resiliency program with the focus area on PTSD. So thank you for offering that. We do have a person on staff at UT that offers the training, but people can't always go to that. And it's a requirement for our volunteers before they can do some of the more one-on-one peer support. I don't want to say counseling because we're not counselors, but you know what I mean? So if you want to share that information with me, I can offer it out to our VSN network as well. Thank you so much.
Not a problem. And definitely with you having an instructor on your campus, if ever you all want to collaborate so that even though you have your instructor, your instructor and I can do a training together and we both get credit for it and make a bigger one. Because I don't know, I know for us, we do 2 instructors are always doing each training, which allows us to do like 30, to see 30 people versus the one trying to do that. So it's always an option.
Technically, she's out of Houston.
Oh, okay. So it'll be virtually. Yeah, sure, definitely. But thank you so much.
Thank you, Tadanya. Okay, any other questions or thoughts on anything? Or I was going to tell you about an email somebody sent me that I was going to share some information on. But if anybody else has anything first. No. Okay, so yeah, I got an email about since we're an arts organization, we get a lot of different emails about things, but from people doing casting calls. I don't know if there's anybody interested in acting or performance, but they're specifically looking for families with disabilities and or veteran representation, because we also work with artists with disabilities as well. So this casting call is for either of those. They're looking for at least one child who can play 3 to 5 years old, and I think it's for like Disney or something. It's out in Florida. Anyway, they pay a little bit for travel and information like that. So if anybody has any family members, children interested in acting, I've got the information on that. Let's see, I think there was something else I tagged in my email that I wanted to mention. Let me see. Oh, Jill from the Bill House Forward Arts Program. She's been on here before. They're having a spring break river camp for children of veterans and active military, and it's at Confluence Park, which I'm assuming is in San Antonio. It's from March 13th to March 17th. It's like a spring break camp, it looks like, for ages 9 to 12. And it's free for children of veterans.
What was it called again?
Called River Camp. They're going to do hiking, crafts, drumming, storytelling, ages 9 to 12. I'll see if I can get this flyer into the chat. And then we are hosting, I put in the chat, our next upcoming event is our writing workshop, which is virtual. So anybody can join from anywhere, and it's speculative poetry is the topic. And so that means things like horror. I think that's what the guy who's teaching it, his specialty is horror, but horror, science fiction, fantasy, that sort of thing, fairies, whatever, that's what that genre is of speculative, and it's poetry. It sounds really fun. If you just want to try some new writing skill, it should be very interesting. Oh, I'm trying to send this to everybody, and somehow it's going just to you, Rachel. Okay. There we go. There's the camp, on River Camp. And I put already in the chat earlier the information on the writing workshop. And then let's see, Rachel. Oh, that's why it was going to you, Rachel, because you were messaging me. Do I have any information on the June Women Veteran Day event? So what we're going to do is June 10th. So what we decided, Denise? That's what we've booked. June 10th at Busher State Park. We're going to do an in-person event for women veterans, and it's going to be probably 3 different art forms. We haven't decided on the teachers yet, so we're still working on all the details, but things like writing, visual art, photography of what we've done in the past. So that's going to be at Busher State Park in Smithville, June 10th. So we need to get working on the details on that, Denise, so we can get it out.
Mhm.
But yeah, does that answer your question, Rachel?
So all those folks up there by Houston,
Yeah.
send some
Yeah.
folks down for that, sign up for it. We also have the meeting tonight at 7 o'clock. The
Yes, thank you,
female
Jenny.
veteran, Women Texas Vet Strong, and it's a group that we're doing. We've had someone come in who is a published author, and they talked about their book. The last time we've done adult doll making with like ephemera from your military service. We do a lot of different things, but mostly it's just to get together and share an hour and talk amongst ourselves as female veterans. So again, that's tonight at 7 o'clock. And if you go on Art Sparks website, under the veteran programming, you can sign up for it so that you get the link. And we'd really love to see you there tonight.
Yeah, we're doing
Tonight is
origami
an
boxes.
origami box.
Yes,
Yeah.
origami boxes. So you just need
Yeah.
paper cut into squares and you're ready to go. But yeah, those two are women veteran specific, but the other things are not, like the writing workshop for any veteran or current military member. And then we're also working on our next big park event. We try to do these art and nature retreats. So that one is going to be at Cleburne State Park up in the North Texas area, for those of you up north. And that's going to be in October. So we still have to book the date, but that's going to be really fun. I was actually just talking to and maybe you know, let's see, who does the ceramics? Is she still here? I don't see. Oh, Maria. Yeah. I was talking to a ceramics professor up in Texarkana area, and he's been doing raku workshops. So I was wondering if he could do a raku workshop for us, which I'm pretty
Yes,
sure
I do raku as well.
Raku, you would burn it, right? You put it, do you have to bury it underground, or could you put it like in a fireplace?
No, there's several different methods of doing it. A kiln, an outdoor kiln that's been, someone DIY'd it, and then we heat it up to 1800 degrees. Then we put it into a receptacle for safety where we're at. We do it in a big metal trash can. We fill it with paper, sawdust, other materials that burn, and then we add more materials to keep that heat up, and then we close the receptacle off, reducing the oxygen, and yeah, it's pretty simple.
Could it be done in a fireplace? There's a huge outdoor brick fireplace in the patio of this.
I don't know if it would be able to get up to the temperature that we need.
Okay, so it needs
Yeah,
to be more like
we're talking about 1800 degrees.
That's
So
pretty hot.
we use this fiberglass batting to protect the metal, even though the frame of the raku kiln is rated up to higher than that. We still use protective material to also increase the heat, retaining the heat. So I don't know that a fireplace would work.
All right. Good to know. So a pizza oven, yeah, it wouldn't work in the pizza oven, Trish.
Yeah, no barbecue pits, no pizza oven, but it should be pretty easy to get someone to get you some bricks that can reach that level of heat. Usually people that work in the mills where they have to dry wood or anything like that. Also, it really is a DIY type of thing that you could set up. It wouldn't
they would
be,
allow it in the state parks, though.
yeah, it would be a fire risk, probably, depending on the day.
Yeah, we'll burn down Bernie State Park. Okay, or Cleburne, I mean. Amelia, you had your hand raised.
Yeah, hi. Okay, so I've totally forgot because I got distracted, but one of the main things I want to talk about today is we have partnered with University of Houston Clear Lake to host our first, what we're calling a FOG, which is a forward operating gallery, because we think we're cute. And it's essentially a pop-up gallery for veteran artists or military connected artists. And we will be accepting submissions for artists. It's sort of a limited space, so we're probably only going to take like 10 to 15 artists, depending on the size of their pieces. I've got to nail down the exact dates for like load in and things, but I know the gallery will be, I think they want to do 3 weeks, and it's in their Bayou building, which is like their main arts building for that campus. And you step off the elevator and our display is going to be right there. The office of the president of the university is to the left. The campus library is to the right. And you basically have to walk through the space we're going to be set up in to get anywhere in that, that well-traveled atrium. So it's going to be a really good opportunity to get people's work seen, get some networking events. There's going to be a small reception and things that we're going to piggyback off of, because they're also doing their community gallery at the same time, sort of concurrent with ours. So I will be putting a submission form up on our website, but I didn't want to let people know about that. So if you know anybody in the, sort of all-encompassing Houston area that's looking for opportunities to show their art, that'll be in May, I believe. I believe it'll be in May. So like I said, I'll nail down those dates, and I'll be posting that probably this week. And starting, and April, I can email you the link for submissions.
Yeah, please do, because we can put it in our newsletter. We send out a monthly newsletter for our veteran program. And so 1st of April, we'll be sending one out. We'll put it in.
Yeah, that'd be great. And collaboration is key, right? So
yeah, we don't know tons of artists in Houston, but
yeah,
surrounding areas.
I know there's a few of us that, because there hasn't been an organization in Houston, we've like gone to Austin to do stuff. So now it's kind of, start some stuff in our own area and maybe bring in some artists from Austin. So, yeah, okay. That was it. Thank you.
Yeah. And Trish, I put that in the chat, the information on the Women Veteran meeting tonight. Great. Anything else? It's nice to see everybody. Denise, did you have something? Putting it in the chat.
I'm sorry, I have a frog.
No problem.
We organizing this group, and I hope y'all are getting something from it and you think it's worthwhile to be able to have this contact and dialogue and everything. We have to figure out a way to capture if you guys work together, and this, to show the effectiveness of this group. So I don't know, we have to figure out how we're going to do it, but if you all could just have that in mind. If you, Amelia, you did something with Tadanya and you guys worked it out and everything, it was because you guys met here or something like that. So if you all could just keep that in mind, if you've got any really good ideas about that. April, do you want to elaborate on that some more? Or?
Yeah, I mean, I've been trying to ask, I've asked Rachel how, if you were able to get anybody and you're working with the Veteran Spouse Network. So yeah, and it maybe just email us so that I know what's happening and who's connecting, because of this group is great. I know that who we had on the other week, now his name is escaping me, but from the Tandem Arts Project, Tandem Arts Foundation, who has the funding, he said he was working with 3 different groups that he met here. So that's wonderful. Tandem Arts Partnership, that's what it was. And then I still haven't checked with Johnny to see if, he was able to get anybody for his workshop that he was doing, the theater thing. Oh, you were doing that, Rachel? Oh, wonderful. How is that going?
It's good. It's pretty interesting. We are talking about a different topic each time. So we did freedom of speech last night, and we will read poems or speeches that were given by people at various points in history, and then discuss what did they mean? What do we think about it? Is it something that we're still struggling with as a society? All that, whatever comes up, really.
That's great. I'm so glad you're doing that. So the next one will be the second Thursday of the month, which is, let's see, April 13th.